Hello guys, in today's video we are talking about some bad things that have happened over the weekend during and after the final of the Euro 2020 between England and Italy. Now obviously, as you can tell by my hair and the fact that probably every England person who's watching this will know that we lost in the final in penalties. So it's not the best way to go out in penalties, but the lads did a fantastic job watching the game. You know, watching it, I don't know, it was really, it made you proud, right? Okay, to be an England fan, for one, to get us to our first final in 55 years, which is absolutely insane, and all credit to every single member of the English team and to Gareth Southgate as well. You know, the English players and the whole team brought the whole nation together after having a really difficult time with COVID and the whole pandemic, and you know, it made us all forget in a way. It was just a remarkable achievement getting to our first final after so many years. And you know, I just want to say a massive congratulations, even though we didn't win, a massive congratulations to all the players. You all worked phenomenally hard to get to that final, and to lose to Italy, it's hard to take, but they were a very strong team. They hadn't lost in 34 games on the bounce, so I mean, it's not the worst team to lose to. The amount of pressure that are on these players is insane, especially playing for England. There's always added pressure playing for this country, but some of the stuff that has happened to a few players after the game is unacceptable. It's saddening as well, knowing that this still happens in 2021, and it's mainly been directed towards three players: Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Bukayo Saka. And it's terrible what some people have been saying on social media towards these players, even though the 19-year-old Bukayo Saka took the fifth and final penalty, which is the hardest one to take, the most pressure, and he stepped up and said he'll take it. And for people to say abusive messages towards him and stuff that's just not acceptable, you know, racist comments, it's to a 19-year-old as well. I don't know what goes through people's head to do that to people, especially in that vulnerable stage after losing, and you know, all the thoughts that are going to go through their head. And you know, Marcus Rashford as well has also been getting loads and loads of racist comments as well on social media. He posted on Twitter as well saying that he's had at least 70 racial slurs on his social media accounts. It's mental, you know. It's on the screen what he's said, and one of them who actually DM'd him stuff was a maths teacher, right? And I don't understand how you can be a teacher teaching kids and you're sending racist comments and abuse to players who have literally done so much for this country during this period and previously as well. And Jadon Sancho as well has been getting so many racist comments towards him, and it's insane, especially when you think about how old these players are. Marcus Rashford is 23 years old. He's done so much already, you know, raising £200 million for kids, you know, to eat last year. You also have Jadon Sancho, 21 years old. He's the same age as me, and he's carrying this much pressure on his shoulders. It's insane, you know. And you also have Bukayo Saka, 19 years old, man, and it's insane to think about it. But also for Gareth Southgate, it's, you know, he's done so well throughout this tournament with his, you know, substitutions, his tactics. To get to the final, incredible achievement. But there's one thing that, for me and a lot of other people watching, have suggested and thought is bad, was his substitutions for Marcus Rashford and Sancho to come on with like 10 minutes or less in the game. For me, you have to let players get into the game and get their heads switched on, and for him to bring them on with less than 5-10 minutes left of the game before it went to penalties, it is mental, because how are they going to get match ready and to get their heads screwed on for the game. It's mental to think that you're just going to put them on and say, yep, go and do a penalty, even though they've hardly played any minutes of the entire game. So that was really, really weird, and it's one of the talking points that a lot of people have brought up. All credit to every single player who took a penalty, and I can't imagine the stress. I can imagine, but I would never actually do it myself. And the pressure that they have is insane, and for them to step up in any situation, it's insane, and hats off to them. And for the three lads, keep your heads up. It's not the end of the world. You have played incredible football throughout this tournament. Don't listen to any of the hate comments, anything like that. You know, there are so many more people in this country who are giving you praise, and rightly so. And, you know, Gareth Southgate as well, watching him at the end of that when they missed their penalties, comforting them, because obviously he knows how they're feeling about missing a penalty. It's great to see. You know, it's heartwarming to see that he understands, he goes up to them, he, you know, hugs them straight away, has emotional conversations with them, you know, just to get them in the right mindset, you know, saying it's not the end of the world. And after a fantastic competition, there's just some people that are still in the dark ages. I don't know what goes through their head, and doing all of these actions and the actions before the match, you know, people barging the way in without tickets, you know, after the game, people punching, kicking, people coming out of the stadium for no other reason than we lost. And yeah, I was upset too, but I don't do any actions like that. I don't condone any actions like that. It's insane, and it rubs the English name through the dirt to every other country. And yeah, it's disappointing, really. Yeah guys, that is going to be the end of the video. I know it's a bit of a downbeat sort of content on the channel, but these things have to be said, and it's a shame that it still happens in 2021. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.